feel like sometimes when a man feels like he's losing control and he can't manipulate and he can't dictate and he can't tell you what to do with your finances and he can't, control, where you go and who you're with. And, I think that gets to a man's ego. So then he turns to bashing and he turns to intimidation and he turns to, try to make you look bad. You know what I'm saying? To boost his own ego.
Ashanti has been pretty upfront about how Irv Gotti, whom she referred to as a narcissist, treated her in the past. Yes, Ashanti did post a tribute when Irv recently passed, but the real question is, did she ever truly forgive him for the smear campaign he launched against her? Or for the times Irv took records away from her to give to other artists, or even tried to sabotage her? That's what we're here to explore. By now, you all probably know that Irv passed away after being hospitalized. The general assumption was that complications from his diabetes contributed to his death. Irv himself had been open about his struggles with diabetes, admitting that he wasn't consistent with his insulin and had difficulty adjusting his diet, even though his doctors had advised him to do so. He mentioned that his levels had spiked, and at times, his diabetes became uncontrollable. "I've got diabetes too, and when my numbers go too high, I just told you. Eating something that tastes good doesn't help, even if it's fruit. It's all sugar, depending on the level of diabetes." Unfortunately, Irv didn't make it out of his last hospital visit. As celebrities poured out their tributes, fans were curious to see how Ashanti would respond given their complicated past. Ashanti kept it respectful, writing on Instagram, "I can't believe things ended like this, and it makes me so sad. We weren't on the best of terms the past few years, but as I've always said, through the ups and downs, I'll forever be grateful for everything you did for me." She also mentioned how they made history together and that the positive moments far outweighed the dark times. She ended with, "Sending love and prayers to the entire family. Rest well. Rest in peace, Irv."
My diabetes, my number's been high. So they just wanted me to... She's like, "Dad, you can't do drink champs." What it does is it starts deteriorating your body.
All right.
So...
And you good? Like, you got it under control?
No.
Oh, wow.
When my number gets too high, shot.
All right.
I told you, if you eat something and it tastes good, it's bad.
Even too much fruit is sugar, depending on the level of diabetes.
For someone who'd been through so much with Irv, people respected Ashanti's response. She could have been petty, but she chose to simply acknowledge their history and wish the family well. To understand the depth of their relationship, let's take a quick look at how it all started. Irv launched his label in 1998 under Def Jam, following his success with Helping DMX. J. Rue was the flagship artist, and the label's first release was his debut album in 1999. Alongside J. Rue, Irv also discovered Ashanti when she was a teenager. Ashanti went on to gain fame with unforgettable hooks on rap songs and her own solo R&B success. 3 of her biggest hits came in 2002. J. Rue's Always on Time featuring Ashanti, Fat Joe's What's Love featuring Ashanti, and her own song Foolish, which spent 10 weeks at #1. But even though Irv was behind some of Ashanti's biggest hits, he also caused her a lot of pain in the industry. One of the things that hurt Ashanti the most was when Irv took songs from her and gave them to other artists, like Jennifer Lopez. Remember when J-Lo released I'm Real in 2001? The song was originally meant for Ashanti's second studio album. Ashanti had already recorded and mixed the track, and her background vocals can still be heard in J-Lo's version. Ashanti opened up about how much she loved the song, but was upset that Irv handed it to J-Lo, knowing how much it meant to her.
I demoed the record for her. That was way back. That was before I was signed to Mercy Inc. And they kept my hook. And, they kept some of the backgrounds and ad-libs and stuff like that. And it was funny. It was a bittersweet because I was really excited because it was J-Lo. You know what I mean? But I was so mad at Irv because I was like, I wanted that record. I always, ever since I saw Friday, you know what I mean? Mary Jane. I was like, you give me that.
But you sounded so, that's a fact.
Yo, I never knew that.
Oh, no, that's a fact. They want, the dogs ain't going.
Yo, they wildin'. Bougie. Get over here. Oh my God.
Sorry. They wildin'. I have 8 puppies in here.
8?
8. My dogs had 6 babies, so it's 2 adults and 6 babies. You want to buy one?
Nah, I don't want to buy those dogs. I'm good. I got one dog. His name is Bismarcky. And he's a little motif. I love him to death. And that's it.
So go ahead. What was you saying? You said that was supposed to keep it J-Lo?
They had J-Lo. They wanted J-Lo to do it. And I was like, yo, J-Lo. I said, this the girl we use at Blunt. I said, she sound amazing on here. And they was like, yeah, but we want the Latino, you know. And I was like, nah, we leaving her there. And that's how that went down.
Yo, do you know I never knew that?
No, it's a fact, though. I'm not lying to you.
Oh my God, yo, he stayed pulling records or trying to pull records from me.
No, stop. We not.
God damn.
No.
What the?
Ashanti said, I demoed the record for her before I was even signed to Murder Inc. They kept my hook and some of the backgrounds. It was bittersweet, excited because it was J-Lo, but mad because I wanted that record. Fat Joe also shared that Irv almost gave What's Love to J-Lo as well, but Fat Joe refused to record the song with anyone but Ashanti. Ashanti didn't know about Irv's plan until Fat Joe told her. It's hard to imagine how many other songs Irv might have taken from Ashanti. Over the years, it became apparent that Irv's behavior was driven by his feelings for Ashanti. It seemed like he wanted more than just a professional relationship. Rumors even circulated that Irv and Ashanti had an affair while he was still married. In 2022, Irv made headlines when he claimed he had been romantically involved with Ashanti during an appearance on the Drink Champs podcast. He revealed their falling out and his feelings of betrayal when he found out she was dating Nelly, even describing how he learned about their relationship while watching a sports game. In multiple interviews, Irv stuck to his story, insisting that they had a relationship and that they even hooked up before she recorded Happy. Despite the backlash, he stood firm, saying, "It's my truth." People, however, began questioning why Irv couldn't move on after all these years, especially when Ashanti had clearly moved on with her life. When Ashanti was asked to respond to Irv's claims, she fired back, saying it was never serious between them. She accused him of being upset because he no longer had control over her career. During an appearance on the IRL podcast, Ashanti clarified that while they had dealt with each other, Irv was never her boyfriend. She also revealed that Irv's team had reached out to her to be part of his documentary, but she turned them down, citing how he handled things. It's unfortunate how he decided to handle his documentary, Ashanti said, adding that it tarnished and cheapened their shared legacy. Ashanti went on to dismiss much of what Irv had said about their relationship, calling him a narcissist, and accusing him of making their past into something more significant than it really was. She also mentioned that Irv had several girlfriends, which left her confused about the labels he attached to their history. While talking about Irv, Fat Joe defended Ashanti, stating that Irv was clearly still not over her. What do you think really happened between them? Should Irv have been forgiven by Ashanti? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.